Vanakkam. Today we have received a very good notification and all about MSME. It's the latest clarification I am going to talk, and the topic is Udyam registration. This is related to classification of MSMEs and procedure for registration. This is a new registration procedure which will be effective from 1/7/2020. This is issued by Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises of Government of India. This notification is dated 26/6/2020. This notification is issued as per the power given in Section 7 and Section 8 of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Act of 2006, which is hereafter I am going to mention as Act. This Act supersedes all the notifications issued by Government of India in MSME number SO 1703E dated 30/6/2017 and SO 3322 dated 1/7/2013 and SO 1722E dated 5/10/2006. It's published in the Government of India Extraordinary Part 2 Section 3(2). Except as respects things done or omitted to be done before such supersession, the central government, after obtaining the recommendation of the advisory committee in this behalf, hereby notifies certain criteria for classifying the enterprises as MSME and specifies the form and procedure for filing memorandum, which is called as Udyam registration. This is the new type of registration which will be effective from 1/7/2020. So this you have to be very careful hereafter. Previously it was SSI registration, then they have converted into Udyog memorandum. Now they have classified under Udayam registration. As per the central government notification, the classification with reference to micro enterprises, it is basically based on, previously it is basically based on investment in plant and machinery or equipment. Now turnover is added. So both conditions they are to fulfill. For micro enterprises, the investment in plant and machinery is 1 crore and the turnover should not exceed 5 crore. That is, investment in plant and machinery or equipment should not exceed up to 1 crore. And with reference to small enterprises, it is up to 10, exceeding 1 crore, and so not exceeding. So it is up to 10 crore and turnover not to exceed 50 crores. Medium enterprises, it is 50 crore and turnover is 250 crores. Then now becoming a micro, small and enterprises, a person intends to establish MSME. Now he has to file Udayam registration online in Udayam registration portal. It is based on self-declaration. There is no requirement of uploading of documents, papers, certificates or proof to apply in Udayam registration portal. On registration, an enterprise will be allotted a permanent identity number to be known as URN, that is Udayam registration number. On completion of the process of registration, an e-certificate shall be issued to the applicant enterprise. Then now what is the composite criteria of investment and turnover classification? A composite criteria of investment and turnover shall be applicable for classification of MSME. In case of criteria exists, then the classification will be placed in higher category and vice versa. All units of GSTN and PAN shall be collectively treated as one unit. This means one person may have various activities, but he is having only one PAN. All the activities should be linked into that PAN. Just like that, GSTN, that is Goods and Service Tax Identification Number. So all activities put together it should be called as enterprise. One enterprise only. Turnover and investment all put together for the purpose of MSME classification. Even though they are having various activities, they have to be clubbed and say as the one unit and say it is as per enterprise, not one, I mean, it's only one enterprise is allowed. Then how to calculate the investment in plant and machinery or equipment? In case of income tax assessors, income tax returns for previous years are linked to calculate investment in plant and machinery or equipment, which is being reflected in the balance sheet asset side. In case no IT returns are filed, in case of new enterprise, a self-declaration is sufficient, but it is available till the filing of first income tax return. Self-declaration, suppose if you are a new enterprise, you can file self-declaration in Udayam registration portal, then you will get the Udayam registration. But this is applicable only for the period up to filing of the first ITR. The expression of plant and machinery or equipment of the enterprise shall have the same meaning as assigned to the plant and machinery in the income tax rules of 1962 as per Income Tax Act of 1961 and shall include all tangible goods other than land and building, furniture and fittings. In case of new enterprise who had not filed income tax returns, the purchase value of plant and machinery or equipment, whether first hand or second hand, without GST will be considered based on the self-declaration. Certain cost of items have been excluded as per the explanation to section 7(1) of the Act, such as pollution control, research and development, industrial safety devices and such other items as specified by the notification while calculating plant and machinery and equipment cost. This has to be excluded as per the explanation given in section 7(1) of the Act. Now how to calculate the turnover? Export turnover or export of services are excluded from the definition of calculation of turnover towards MSME classification. So export turnover or export of services, they are not to be considered as turnover. So the turnover enterprises shall be linked to Income Tax Act or GST. So this they can find from this, because we have to file the return, then they will clearly know it. Department can clearly know it. In case there is no PAN, self-declaration of turnover can be made by enterprise till 31/3/2021, and after that both PAN and GSTN is mandatory. Here both PAN and GSTN are mandatory. Here we have to be very clear. If you have been classified under MSME and if you have got Udayam registration, then registration of PAN and GST are mandatory. That means all industrial units, whether they are coming under the GST liability or not, they have to register GST. This is the main thing that I observed from this circular. And what is the registration process? How to register and how to get Udayam registration? This they are classified into two parts. One is new enterprise, second one is existing enterprise. I will talk about new enterprise. The form of registration is available in Udayam registration portal, and there will be no filing fee for filing Udayam registration. Aadhaar shall be required for Udayam registration. In case of proprietor, the proprietor has to produce his Aadhaar. In case of partnership firm, the managing partner, he has to produce his Aadhaar. In case of HUF, Karta's Aadhaar is required. In case of company, LLP, cooperative society or trust, authorized signatory has to provide GSTN along with his PAN and Aadhaar. So this is the thing you have to, they are the person, so only based on the Aadhaar you can get Udayam registration. In case of an enterprise duly registered as an Udayam with PAN, any deficiency of information of previous years when it did not have PAN shall be filled up on self-declaration basis. It is very clear. In case of any defect or any, if you are not able to produce Aadhaar, you can go on self-declaration basis. But for getting Udayam registration, Aadhaar is a must. Though if there is no PAN, previously I said it's Aadhaar, it is not Aadhaar, it is PAN. So PAN is, if it is not there, you can give based on the self-declaration basis, you can get. An enterprise is allowed to have only one Udayam registration, and all the manufacturing activities or service activities or both are added in Udayam registration. So only one Udayam registration is allowed. That means since it is linked to Aadhaar, only one is allowed. If you click, then I think the software will not allow you to give more than one Udayam registration number. Any misrepresentation or suppression in self-declaration with reference to facts and figures in Udayam registration or updation process shall be liable for penalty as specified in section 27 of the Act. The first conviction or first contravention, the penalty not exceeding ₹1,000 will be levied. In case of second and subsequent conviction, penalty exceeding ₹1,000, but it can be go up to 10,000. The Act under section 27 penalty will be levied. Then now we are coming for registration of existing enterprises. So far we have discussed new registration, and what about the existing registration? The person who has got registration under Udyog Aadhaar are having EM Part 2, that is all existing enterprises who is having Udyog Aadhaar Memorandum UAM or registered under EM Part 2 shall register once again on Udayam registration portal on or after 1/7/2020. That means UAM, that is Udyog Aadhaar Memorandum, is available for registration up to 36/20. Only after 1/7/2020 this Udayam registration comes into effect. All enterprises registered till 36/2020 shall be reclassified in accordance with this notification. Then the existing registration which is done on or before 36/2020 shall be valid till 31/3/2021. That means all registered UAM, that is Udyog Aadhaar Memorandum enterprises, they have to register once again in Udayam registration portal, and the existing UAM is valid only up to 31/3/2021. That is, government is giving 9 months registration to get it registered under Udayam registration. Then we are going for updation of information and transition period in classification. On self-declaration basis, enterprises who are all having Udayam registration number, that is URN, must update all details in Udayam registration portal, including details of ITR and GST for the previous year. That means every year you have to update the Udayam registration portal, because every year the status changes. So that means not only in the previous year before obtaining the registration, every year you have to go for registration. This is my view. And ITR and GST must be filed hereafter every year by all Udayam registered units. So there is a professional opportunity, because whoever wants to come for Udayam registration for your office, they have to make them to get GST registration. Then you have to make them to file income tax returns. This is a professional opportunity I felt from this notification. And failure to update information lead to suspension of its status. So that means every year you have to update. The classification of the enterprise will be based on the information furnished or gathered from government sources, including ITR and GST returns. Any change in classification, either as higher category or lower category, communication will be sent to enterprise by the government, that is by the Ministry of MSME. Because this year it may be micro, then it may be lead to medium enterprises. From medium enterprises also micro it comes. So any upgradation, any lower status, any lower category, the communication will be sent. In case of upward change, due to investment in plant and machinery or equipment or turnover or both, the status remains there for 1 year from the close of the year of registration. In the reverse classification, the effect will be given effect from, that is 1st April of financial year following the year in which such change took place. That means if you register, it will be valid up to the end of the financial year. If there is any change, the effect will be for 1 year up to the completion of the financial year. So the change of higher category or lower category will not change even though investment in plant and machinery has got reduced. Then what is the facilitation and grievances redressal of the enterprises? The champions control rooms functioning in various institutions and offices of Ministry of MSME, including the development institutes, shall act as single window system for facilitating the registration process and further handling of MSME in all possible manner. The district industrial center will act as single window facilitation system in each and every district. In case anyone is not able to file under Udyam registration portal due to non-availability of Aadhaar, can approach any one of the single window system which helps in getting Udyam registration number, that is URN, as well as Aadhaar. Because without Aadhaar only you are moving. So that single window system government will help you to get URN, that is Udyam registration number, as well as Aadhaar. The general manager of district industrial center shall undertake an enquiry to verify the details of Udyam registration in case of any discrepancy or complaint against the enterprise, who in turn forward the report to director or commissioner or industry secretary concerned of the state government. Before that notice, the applicant, that is enterprise, has to be given an opportunity to present their case. Based on the finding, the state government may amend the details or recommend to the Ministry of MSME to cancel Udyam registration certificate. So this is very much important, because if you have to give a correct details, otherwise the registration is also subject to cancellation. And what is the final thing I observed from this notification is Udyog Aadhaar memorandum is being replaced by Udyam registration from 1/7/2020. Udyog Aadhaar memorandum has to be compulsorily converted to Udyam registration on or before 31/3/2021. These are my observations from the notification. Existing UAM, that is Udyog Aadhaar memorandum, which is obtained up to 30/6/2020, is valid till 31/3/2021. Hereafter, enterprises classification is based on investment made in plant and machinery or equipment and turnover only. Both together we have to arrive at. This is a notification recently that is being issued on 26/6/2020, because I am giving this presentation on 27/6/2020. So kindly go through the notification. As a chartered accountant, we have got professional opportunity, because if anyone comes to you for registration, you will be getting GST file as well as income tax file, because MSME categories, that is, if anyone wants to register Udyam registration under Udyam registration portal, if it is a new enterprise, based on the self-declaration you can do it. If it is not, if they are the existing customers, it has to be decided based on the existing income tax return and GST return. But in case of the new enterprises, the concession to give self-declaration is valid up to 31/3/2021. After that, the unit must compulsorily file income tax return and GST returns. This is the thing I want to convey to our friends through this video presentation, and kindly go through the notification number notification once again, because it is very important, because based on this notification only, MSME Ministry of MSME has come out with further additional clarifications. So Udayam registration process is also being explained through this notification, and I once again thank you for watching this video presentation. Nandri, Vanakkam.